Welcome to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and have you ever wanted to make some quick little flowers? Well, they're very easy to make, especially when you have the right tools. These flowers are a form of kanzashi. They're little petals that are stitched together to make these little cute flowers. We can make these on our own without any help, but let me tell you, this definitely makes them a lot easier. They all turn out the same size, they're quick, there's no measuring, there's nothing to think about. We just need to put fabric in these little templates, stitch, and we're done. When we look at the packaging, it will actually have the actual size of that flower. So you will know exactly the size of that flower. These are put out by Clover, and they do have full directions inside, and they also have recommended sizes for us to start with a piece of fabric. But oftentimes we can change that size. These four I was able to make using 2.5-inch squares. This larger one is recommended a square at 4 1/8 of an inch. And that's definitely a great size to start with, but you'll notice you might be able to go down in size. It also recommends how many petals. Now that doesn't mean you need to use that many petals. You can use more or you can use less. For example, this one has recommended 5 petals, but it looks nice even if you add a couple of extra. In these, you usually add some kind of a decoration in the center, such as a button. So let's see how we make these. And they're all done the same way. We're starting with this little plastic. There's a little hook on one end, and that's going to lock that piece together. And that's how you will know that is the inside. The idea is you take a piece of fabric, you lay it down, and then you just fold it, and it's made sort of like a little burrito. You're going to be able to trim and stitch. So we're going to have those right sides facing inside. Now you can really take time and lay out that fabric so you can get the pattern that you want, or you can just fold it in half. I personally like to fold it on a diagonal. So I start and fold that first, then I'm going to make sure that that fold goes right up into that center, and then I close it. The reason I like to fold that is I like that bias seam. It makes a really nice fold, but you can use it in any angle. The next thing we're going to do is trim around that plastic. Any pair of scissors will do. And we're just going to cut all the way around. So we already have that perfect shape made for us. We didn't have to draw it out, and we didn't have to copy it. From here, we need to do some stitching. So we're going to need a needle and some thread. When we're using thread, it is important that we use a thread that's not going to snap easily. If the thread snaps easily, it's going to break as we're stitching. So test your thread first. The thread might work better if you double it, or you can get a heavier thread. A 12-weight thread works really well, and a denim thread will also work really well. That first knot really needs to be good and strong. After that, the rest is easy. So I came up in the start. So I see number 1. Somewhere on your little plastic pieces, you're going to see a number 2. They might be right beside, or they might be bouncing all the way to the other side. But we do need to go to number 2. So I'm going to go down in that number 2. It lines up. You can see where that thread is going to fit right in that spot. From the back, you're going to see where number 3 goes, or you can just see it from this side. Number 3, number 4. So we have those long threads, and that's okay because they're going to pull everything in when we need it. My next is 5, 6, and I'm going to continue going in and out on the right numbers. We need to just make sure that the thread doesn't get caught around that template, that it goes nice and smooth. And it's okay if it crosses over. We just don't want the threads to cross over. Number 12 is my last. Now just take that out and we're going to be able to pull those threads. And all of those threads will gather this piece. So we have our first little petal. Leave the thread into this first petal and we're going to do the second petal. You can also use pinking shears to trim that off. So my shape is all ready to go. I'm going to start right here in number 1 like I did the first one. And I'm just going to continue to stitch just like I did the first one, but this is still attached. I'm finished number 12. Just pop that open and pull those threads. Then as you pull, the first petal is going to pop up beside the second one. Keep pulling. And when we keep pulling, you can see how those little petals are going to gather together. I'm always going to keep the needle threaded and then do the next petal. I'm just going to keep doing one petal after another until I get the appropriate amount of petals. They do recommend 5 little petals for this particular one. If you pull this really tight, you might find that you can add another one. If you don't want to add another one, you can just loosen up those petals a little bit. So you can play with this until you get the shape of the flower and the size of the flower that you want. So on that end, I need to tie a knot. Now I can take that thread, pull it over to the front one, and join that circle. I have that cute little flower done. This is what they're calling the right side, but the wrong side looks equally as nice. These 2 flowers are the same flowers. We just have a small and a larger one, but you really are going to be able to judge the size that you want right with that picture. You can also stack one on top of another and then add the buttons. These are definitely a lot of fun to make. It's a way of using up some leftover fabric and use up some of those extra buttons. There are a lot of different ones we can choose from. Small, medium, large, and different size petals and flowers. But one thing is for certain, it really does make those flowers an easy thing to accomplish. And thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.